Hi, I'm George Ellis, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Canvas view to communicate your ideas to your organization. You'll convey complex ideas faster and better, and you're going to do it all with a single sheet of paper. Let's start by understanding what problem we're trying to solve. In every organization, complex ideas need to be communicated from one person or group to another. Perhaps it's a technical team presenting a technology plan to a management team. Or maybe it's a project team pulling in a sales team. Or it could be a proposal for a new e-com platform made to a marketing team. This sort of thing goes on every day. The normal problem with knowledge transfer is the person or team presenting usually thinks they can just talk through their ideas to convey knowledge. In reality, knowledge transfer is complex. Lengthy reports and long slideshows are fundamentally wasteful. The prep time is long, the presentations are needlessly confusing, and telling people your solutions before the problem's even agreed upon can cause discord. All of this waste can stop good ideas from flourishing. Here's an example. Let's say you have an idea and you want to present it. Your first thought is probably to build a slide deck. You start with a few slides and then you add some more and a few more. By the time you're done, you've spent hours tweaking in a 25-slide presentation. And we can see the first problem with this approach. It takes a lot of your time to prepare. Now the big day comes. Your presentation is ready. The audience is assembled to hear the new idea. You get started, and after a few slides, questions start to come up. Someone may interrupt you and put you off track. You go on. Other questions don't get asked. They're in people's minds, but they might be uncomfortable. Maybe they missed a point in an earlier slide, or maybe they think you'll address the issue later. Perhaps they just don't like talking in a larger group. The more you go on, the more people get confused. And this highlights the second problem long presentations and reports bring. They're inherently confusing. As you go on, someone might get angry or even start arguing with you. Maybe that person is working on a related problem and you made them feel like an outsider. Maybe your problem statement doesn't cover aspects that they think are crucial. Long presentations can make it seem like you think you have all the answers. And this gets us to the third problem with long presentations. They can be divisive because it can seem that your opinions are unfairly elevated above your colleagues. This can cause discord and reduce buy-in. Long presentations cut waste in many ways. Let's look at just 3 of the 8 wastes of knowledge work. First, they create information friction, high difficulty transferring knowledge from one person to another. Part of that friction is all the hours that these presentations take to prepare. And part of it is they're inherently confusing, difficult to consume by your audience. Second, when people hear solutions that conflict with their solutions, it causes discord, especially when you haven't sought out their opinions before you make a big presentation. Third, errors easily hide in confusing stories. Few people understand the idea deeply. You may have a lot of people present, but few deeply evaluating your ideas and testing your assumptions thoroughly. So let's address these wastes. The first thing we'll do is simplify the presentation. Tell your story on one page. Now you might be thinking, it's not possible because my story is too complex to tell on one page. That's what I thought when I first heard about the idea. In fact, every story can be told on one page. Of course, there will be detailed, diligent analysis and support data behind that page. But when the logic is sharp, one page is always enough. This is the genius of the Toyota A3 method, as described by John Shook in his seminal work, Managing to Learn. Now, the one-page canvas has no fixed form, but the flow is a problem statement on the left and a solution on the right. A problem statement expresses the need and scope, and usually has the current state and perhaps some analysis to help the reader gain insight. After the team is in consensus on the problem, then we can talk about solutions. We can talk about countermeasures and implementation planning. Now, let's engage the team. Instead of making a big splash with your idea in front of the boss, let's quietly show the first iteration of the canvas to one person. Listen to their feedback. Modify the canvas on the spot. As you improve the story, people are more likely to buy in. Now you have an improved canvas, a little better idea, and a little better visualization of it. And you also have earned your first increment of consensus. Now repeat that with another person. Keep listening to their feedback. Keep improving. Mark up the canvas as you talk so people see that you're incorporating their thoughts. Continue bringing people in small groups. Each time you present, you'll learn something. You'll correct errors, fill gaps, and clarify graphics. In the end, it won't be seen as just your idea. Everybody will see their fingerprints on the idea, and that will be crucial when you go to deploy. Now let's try your big day again. Your one-page canvas is ready. And since you've already shared your canvas with most or even all of the audience ahead of the review, there's going to be less confusion, fewer concerns. And instead of you flipping through 15 or 25 slides where people get confused about what came before or wonder about what's coming after, that single-page canvas may be your entire presentation. During the meeting, you may be talking through the canvas point by point, but you may also notice that your audience is scanning the whole document, their eyes moving as you talk. That's a good sign. They're connecting the dots in their own minds, answering their own questions. This sort of thing is possible because you've provided the full context of the problem and the solution in a single page. And while your audience is building that context up in their own mind, they're also testing your idea. They're searching for errors and gaps. They're looking at your assumptions and ensuring that they're realistic. They're looking for all sorts of weaknesses. And when they give you feedback, that's going to let you improve the idea quickly. The benefits of the canvas are: 1, reducing information friction by reducing the time you spend preparing the presentation and minimizing confusion for your audience. You cut discord by building consensus as the idea evolves. This will help you gain support from your leadership when it's time to deploy. And you'll be a part of a team that's pulling together versus trying to get others to work on what they feel is your idea. Finally, having a single point of truth for your idea will let you leverage your organization to find the hidden errors and keep strengthening your idea continuously as the idea evolves. I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like to see more about the Canvas view and many other topics in lean thinking for knowledge work, please see Improve, the next generation of continuous improvement for knowledge work.